Assalamu alaikum guys, hope so you are all well. Today's our topic name is invertebrates genetic resources. Invertebrates include a great number of species that perform valuable function in agroecosystems. Types of genetic resources. Plant genetic resources. Genetic resources of field crops comprise crop species and their wild relatives, varieties, landraces, and genetic variation within the species. The genetic heritage of crop is stored in different plant parts, seed and tissue. Plant genetic resources are used by farmers and scientists as the raw material for breeding new plant varieties and in biotechnology and are reservoirs of genetic diversity which acts as a buffer against environmental and economic change. Plant genetic resources constitute the foundation upon which agriculture and world food security is based, but many plant genetic resources which may vital to future agriculture development and food security have been lost to us this century and more are threatened. Country reports written by 155 governments of arisen continuance of major concern is the irreversible loss of genes, the basic functional unit of inheritance and the primary source of the variation in the appearance, characteristics, and behavior among plants. The diversity of life on earth is essential to the survival of humanity. The conservation and utilization of plant genetic resources is key to improving agriculture, productivity, and sustainability. It contributes to food security and poverty alleviation. Second type is animal genetic resources. The term animal genetic resources is used to include all animal species, breeds, and strains that are of economics, scientific, and cultural interest to humankind, and in terms of food and agricultural production for the present or the future. Another equivalent term increasingly used in farm animal genetic resources. There are more than 40 species of animals that have been domesticated or semi-domesticated during the past 10 to 12,000, and products such as draft powder, manure transport, store of wealth, etc. Common species include cattle, sheep, goat, pigs, chicken, horses, buffalo, but many other domesticated animals such as camels, donkeys, elephants, reindeer, rabbits, etc., are important to different cultures and regions of the world. Third type is forest genetic resources. Forest genetic resources are the heritable material maintained within and among tree and other woody plant species that are of actual or potential economic, environmental, scientific, or social value. They are critical to the adaptation and protection of our ecosystem, landscapes, and production systems, yet are subject to must ensure that present and future generations continue to benefit from forests and trees. Genetic diversity is needed in order to ensure that forest trees can survive and adapt adopt and evolve under changing environment conditions. It also maintains the vitality of rest and provide resilience to stress such as pests and diseases. Aquatic genetic resources is the fourth type of genetic resources in which we study. Aquatic genetic resources include all genetic resources living in water. By that we understand fish, cyclostomes, mussels, decapods, marine mammals, aquatic plants, and all other water-dwelling organisms that populate marine, coastal, or inland water or are kept in aquaculture, seawater and freshwater fish, but also crustaceans. As a basis of fishing industry, they play at the same time a major role in socio-economic terms, particularly in developing countries. Local fishing and the related branches of production, granting the income of large parts of the coastal communities. Invertebrate and microorganism genetic resources. The term of microorganism as it is understood here encompasses fungi, example Gratia mycorrhizae, edible mushrooms, yeast, microalgae, protozoobacteria, archibacteria, mycoplasmas, and vices. Microbes play a critical important role in the cycling of nutrients in terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems globally. Marine microbes are responsible for approximately half of the global primary production and play a huge role in the cycling of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and other nutrients. And invertebrates is any animal without a backbone. Earthworms, nematodes, and insects are referred as invertebrates. Invertebrates include a great number of species that perform valuable functions in agroecosystems. Small, out of sight, and uncharismatic these animals may be, but their significance is enormous. Some largest soil-dwelling invertebrates such as earthworms, ants, and termites have been described as. And for the basis soil ecosystems and engineers, they create the physical structures needed to maintain healthy soil communities. And for basic soil processes such as water infiltration and storage, and sequestration and cycling of carbon, they help maintain the chemical fertility needed for the plant growth.